And we are back with your NBA playoff picks, and your boy ain't had the greatest of days, but hopefully I can have some greater nights, man. Hopefully the New York Knicks are still game two at San Antonio. Is it likely? Probably not, but is it possible? Hey, man, they got two sweeps in a row. Will it be a third, right? Another team coming off of game seven. They 2-0. They 8-0 versus teams that's coming off seven game series. So, hey, might happen again. With that being said, let's get to it. Things to look out for. I do not foresee Wemby shooting as bad as he did last game. Brunson, everybody kind of shot dog water last game. I don't think that's going to happen this game. I think this game is more of it might be too much shooting, right? It might be a little lights out this game. I do expect the San Antonio Spurs to take game two. I don't think Wemby and the Spurs. Yeah, I want to give the Knicks credit for doing their thing. This is a better team, so you got to put more respect on their name. I definitely think they will bounce back, at least bare minimum game two. Hey, if they don't and the Knicks sweep them, all power to New York, but we got to go with the Spurs winning this game. Wemby should have a monster night. They can't go down 2-0, especially being the home team at that point. Like, you just asking to lose a series. Not to say, it's impossible to win after, but yeah. JB, JB fourth quarter, we had 13 last game. I'll say look out for JB to be a little bit better in the first half of this game, but I don't anticipate another big fourth quarter like he did last time. I think the game will be more. JB might have his better half of the game being in the first half this time. Karl-Anthony Towns was low-key the X factor last game. The way he guarded Wemby, he did an excellent job on Wemby. I know Cat isn't known for being a defender at all, but I wouldn't say he clamped Wemby. He did an excellent job on Wemby. Look out for Mitch Johnson to make adjustments and stop letting Wemby go ISO as much as he did last game. Led to a lot of boneheaded turnovers, just unnecessary turnovers. You're trying to dribble on a guard that's a foot shorter than you. Center of gravity, you're going to lose that, Wemby. You're doing too much. I expect to see more pick and roll this game, especially between Stephon Castle and Wemby. Even look out for the Devin Vassell or even the Dylan Harper getting into him. De'Aaron Fox need to play a lot less minutes. De'Aaron Fox, in spots I can see why he plays, but you got to play Dylan Harper way more. You got to play De'Aaron Fox a lot less. Is at this point, Keldon Johnson needs to get a lot more involved in the offense. Can't you the sixth man of the year, baby? You can't keep getting outshined like that. Going to the New York Knicks side, I just expect the Knicks to shoot a lot better and not wait to the second half to finally start hitting their open shots. One thing I will point out is that the Spurs are excellent. Even though you may see players open, they're really not as open as you think because the Spurs have some of the best closeouts I've seen ever, right? And also adding to one thing I noticed amongst the fandom that if you really was watching the Spurs OKC series or at any point in time you watching San Antonio this season, the Spurs hack just as much, if not more, than the Oklahoma City Thunder. It just doesn't look as bad because the Spurs don't flop as much as the Thunder, right? So it's not as pronounced. The Knicks got to stop complaining. Even Mike Brown brought it up. He was like, hey, man, Rick Brunson told him, we gotta shut up and get to it, right? Stop crying. Stop. They use the B word, right? Stop crying, right? And they really do got to stop crying. Once the Knicks stopped crying, they locked in, came back, another comeback win. And a lot of people said the Knicks won another game that they shouldn't have. I wouldn't say that because I think both teams were playing like crap, honestly. I think the Knicks, they won an ugly one, right? And you want to win those ugly ones, they definitely give you confidence. But don't get too overconfident. JB looked like he locked in. Things to look out for, plays. Karl-Anthony Towns, I don't know, man. It's looking like they tried him as the hub, but it went away. I think Josh Hart might go back into his old Josh Hart role where you see him diving on the floor, grabbing every single rebound. He had 14 rebounds last game. And I feel like you will see him push the pace a lot more. So look out for Josh Hart assists. I would say Josh Hart 6 assists until they start going away with it. When they get into that comeback mode, that's different. But if they maintain a reasonable distance throughout the game as far as score goes, you could definitely see Josh Hart in the 6 assist range. I think Karl Anthony Towns, if they use him as the hub, he has a chance to get to that 6 assists, but I wouldn't count it too much. He has a chance to get a triple-double. But I think this series is more of a Josh Hart triple-double kind of series. Look out, Josh Hart might see a triple-double in these NBA finals. Stephon Castle, always an 8-8 threat till he proves otherwise. He's pretty much proven otherwise this entire playoffs. But you always got to throw it in there because he's one of the best rebounding guards in the game, and he's the point guard. So like you throwing it to Wemby, so 8-8 is very plausible. And pretty much that's your plays for the day. Hey, hopefully we see orange and blue skies in San Antonio, Texas. If not, it is what it is. The Knicks already did their job. They stole one in San Antonio and going back to the Garden for Game 3 on Monday. And I'll catch you on the next one. Also, hey, before I go, look out for that NBA trivia. Always post NBA trivia. We got some good ones. They Spurs and Knicks team. We loving them. See who really knows their history, knows their basketball, knows their stuff. And, we just do this for the love of the game, baby. And I'll catch you on the next one.